Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie and I am back today with an unboxing and a special announcement from Diamond Art Studio UK. We're going to be taking a look at one of their chart to art kits called Elves Doing Stuff, which, yes, I know we are a bit out of season. That is on me because I forgot about this one at the bottom of just a stack of diamond paintings. I don't want to talk about it, but I also wanted to tell you about a pre-order that Diamond Art Studio UK just opened up for 15 new diamond paintings, and I'm going to share a few of my favorites with you later. But since this pre-order is open for 1 week, I thought this would be a good time to share this video, put it on your radar, offer you a discount code if you're interested, because they don't typically run sales, but I do have a 10% off code you can use. It's Washi10. I'll put it up on the screen too. And you can maybe do some shopping. Now, we'll talk more about the pre-orders a little bit later in this video, but I'll have their website linked below if you want to take a look. And if you want to hear all of the details and everything, please stick around towards the end and we can chat about it a little bit more. First though, we're going to take a look at this Elves Doing Stuff kit. Now, while I won't be starting working on this one right away because I'm very much a seasonal crafter, if you'd like to see some of my reviews of completed Diamond Art Studio UK kits, I will have several linked below. In short, if you don't want to go hop over to another video but still want to hear my brief thoughts, I've had a very positive experience with this company and I highly recommend them. I think that they make a really fantastic diamond painting and have really amazing customer service, some of the best out there, I think. So we have Diamond Art Studio and their socials, well, their website and then their Facebook. If you have Facebook, I strongly recommend following them here. This is one of the best places to get information about new releases, and they have a Facebook group. These are really wonderful resources and completely kind and drama-free community, which is all a girl can ask for. So that is their info. I'll have, of course, everything linked below if you want to just be able to go click easily. We have their Indie approved sticker. Another reason to follow their Facebook page, honestly, is for pet updates. They have the cutest pets around, always up to shenanigans. It's honestly my favorite thing to see. Now their kits, they'll always come wrapped in the brown craft paper like you're seeing here, and then packed inside another box. I live in the States. They're obviously, from the name, you could tell, located in the UK, and I've never had any issues with my kits arriving damaged or anything like that. So they tend to ship safely and quickly, actually very quickly. As long as it's not a pre-order, if they've got it in hand, it's arriving to me pretty quickly. Okay, let's take a quick peek. This is from where this was stored at my house. This is not how it arrived shipped, okay? Just FYI. Instructions. I will also have some beginner videos linked below if you would like to take a look. They do also have an Instagram, and designed and assembled in the UK. They're very hands-on about the whole process. And then we've got, okay, Elves Doing Stuff. The artist for this chart is Teeny Weeny XStitch. And if you are into cross-stitching, you've quite possibly heard of this artist already. They have an extremely extensive portfolio on Etsy, and Diamond Art Studio UK has several of their pieces charted. Now, if you're wondering what is a chart to art kit, why is this canvas blank, and so on and so forth, please don't fret. I will explain everything to you so that it makes sense. So their chart to art kits you're going to get with either a blank canvas, sometimes with just like one big canvas like this, sometimes it'll be a series of smaller canvases. It'll always say on the listing which it is. And you're basically getting this really fun mystery type of experience where you get to have the image revealed to you a little bit at a time. And you also have an added challenge, like an added mental challenge of being able to work on it like you're reading a cross-stitch chart. You're counting and placing the diamonds on the canvas, and it is like a mystery in the purest sense of the word. Now, this type of project isn't going to be for everyone, which is completely understandable, okay? That said, Diamond Art Studio UK has a ton of regular diamond paintings to choose from as well. So if you're looking at this and going, no, Completely fine. You could take a look at their just regular range of diamond paintings that are all licensed as well and pick out something from there instead. A lot of things are going to be similar, like the features and the box style that it comes in and stuff. So a lot of this is going to be the same, and we'll kind of cover all that too. So hopefully this is still helpful to you. You're going to get a set of sticker labels, and if it is a piece that is not a chart to art, not a mystery, it will have the artwork actually placed here, which does remind me, if you would like to see, there is one image that they post, it's in the listing itself as a kind of, it's one of the 20 images that are on here, and it gives you a sense for what is the style of this particular series of images. And so I will pop that picture up on the screen for you if you're interested. And if you really would like to have all of the possible images spoiled for you, I don't know if she has more than 20, but you can go to Teeny Weeny XStitch's Etsy storefront, and I bet you can find her series of elves, and I would say that probably these images are coming from there. That's only if you're like, I really want to know what the images might be beforehand, which is fine. So yes, this is the Elves Doing Stuff series by Teeny Weeny XStitch. This is going to be 45 by 40 centimeters. And we do have a set of pre-cut sticker labels. They're all going to be in black and white to help preserve that mystery. And this is going to match up with the symbols that you get on the charts, which more on charts in just a minute, I'll explain. But I do want to mention that they have some special drills. This one has 4 different AB colors in the kit, and those will be sprinkled all throughout. So that's your sticker sheet. Let's talk about materials. The canvas material itself, I do like their canvases. They have this kind of soft lint, short lint backing on them, and it feels like a thick canvas. It has a weight to it. It's nice to diamond paint on. You could see it laid flat pretty well with just a little bit of minimal kind of rolling it backwards to help the edges along. They use I'd call this a thin plastic cover. I don't have any problems with it. And they use very sticky poured glue. I've never had any issues with their glue either. So you can see pretty sticky there. We do have this outline of symbols, and that is going to form borders around each of the images. And we'll talk more about that in a minute too. You've got a schematic and a legend over here that you can refer to. We got their socials again, their website. And then I mentioned earlier that this is licensed artwork. What that means is that Teeny Weeny XStitch has given permission to Diamond Art Studio UK to use this artwork as a diamond painting, and they're also compensating this artist for the use of their artwork. So that is a commitment that they have. They also have a commitment to no AI artwork. So if that is something that is a value of yours or something you're looking for from your diamond paintings, you can know that that is a commitment that they have made. We have a legend over here at the top right too. So when you're looking at this and you're seeing, okay, we have this border and then this series of squares, you're going to just look at the legend and find this symbol. And we've got it in black and white. Oh, that's going to be an AB. So that border is going to be 3750 AB. And with this particular chart to art piece, this is going to be a series of smaller images. Now, there are a couple of chart to art pieces that Diamond Art Studio UK has where the different squares actually make up one larger image, and they try to label it as such. Images like that, though, aren't going to have these borders. Not like kind of, it's going to be laid out slightly differently. So that said, when you look at this series of images, when you're pulling up the charts to work on, any one of those images can go in any square. It's not required that you put like day 1 in this square or day 2 in this square, that kind of thing. Now, if you've bought a chart to art kit from Diamond Art Studio UK before, you may be wondering, where are the charts? And the answer to that is that they have moved to digital charts. And the better answer, the better part of that, is that they are Pattern Keeper compatible. Pattern Keeper is an app that if you cross-stitch, you're probably well familiar with. I think that it is something I could not cross-stitch or do cross-stitch conversions without. I think it's a huge, huge, huge lifesaver, time saver, work saver. Highly recommend it. They still have not released a Pattern Keeper compatible with iOS, like Apple devices, which I just hope and pray that they do someday. So I have a tablet, like you get an Android tablet or like a Amazon Fire tablet that you could put the Google Play Store on and get it that way. But to get the digital charts, I believe that you just go to the digital charts portion of their website and you just put in your order number and then you get it emailed to you, I believe, or you access it there and it can download it. All the instructions are on there. They're really good about making it really clear. They like write it out and everything. But that is a somewhat more recent change, I believe, that they've gone away from sending out paper charts and just do the digital. Now, you can print those out yourself if you prefer to work on a paper chart. Absolutely, you can do that instead, but otherwise you get to just work from digital with whatever app you like. There's also an app called Markup RXP, and that is an option that is available on iOS. So there are other options out there for sure, other ways you could use it, and if nothing else, you could print out the paper charts. So when you take a look at the charts, if you're wondering how to go about working on a project like this, I will link to a video where I worked on one of the very first chart to art kits from Diamond Art Studio UK, where I really walk you through step by step. I had their permission to show one of these charts and demo it bit by bit and hopefully break it down into a really manageable kind of project. So if you're someone that is wanting that demo and that explanation, if you wouldn't mind, take a look at that video that'll be linked below, and hopefully you'll find that helpful. And I have a cross-stitch conversion playlist as well that has some more videos that aren't necessarily directly related to this company, but still cover the concept of a cross-stitch conversion that you might find helpful. Now let's take a look at our drill colors and see what the color palette is going to look like for this. If you really are wanting to preserve the mystery and not see the colors, skip ahead a little bit where we talk about the pre-orders at least, but otherwise I'm going to show you what our color palette looks like for this series of images. So by nature, these kits, these chart to art kits, are going to have square drills because we're working with a blank canvas. We need square drills that are going to cover up that white background completely. If we had round drills, the round drills don't actually cover up the, blank white square all the way. So you'd see that white outline. It would kind of wash out the overall colors on it. So all their chart to art kits are going to have square drills. So here's our color palette. It is Christmassy with some blues in the mix. They are in DMC order. Sometimes there will be multiple bags of different colors, like, color, this is number 5 on the legend, which is DMC 606. You can see right there, number 5, DMC 606. And then has the skew on there you can match up if you need to. The kits that I've worked on from this company, I think have all been square drill kits actually, and I've had a really positive experience with their squares. And when I run into, I feel like on one of my kits, I had a couple of trash prone colors. They were super on it. When I just let them know, they're like, okay, we're gonna check in with our manufacturer about this. We'll send you out some replacements if needed. Like I mentioned earlier, this company, I feel like genuinely has some of the very best customer service of about any company out there right now, which I really, really appreciate. It puts my mind at ease, if I run into an issue, I know that they're really gonna strive to make it right. Okay, special drills. So we have 4 ABs in this kit. I love that we have classic Christmas colors. We have this red AB, which is 321 AB. Now, AB stands for Aurora Borealis. These get their name from the Northern Lights and have a very sparkly iridescent coating on the top that is going to stand out and draw your eye to the areas that has been charted. So we have that red AB. We have a green AB. Again, it feels like that's classic Christmas right there. We have a light blue AB, 775. And then we have a kind of dark blue, 3750, which I think this is the border color. So we have this dark color that's going to go around the borders of the images. That's the symbol that's printed on the canvas. So those are our special drills. Normally at this point in the video, I would take you through, okay, here's where the different special drills are in the images. And I can't really do that since we don't have the images in front of us. But I did the Ghosts Doing Stuff chart to art kit back in the fall of last year. And they really did a nice job of picking very specific and intentional places for these special drills that I thought suited the artwork really well and it made sense. And there tended to be special drills in every panel. It wasn't like there were some that had a bunch and then some that had none. It felt like it was really nicely distributed. So I would guess that, like, if the elves are wearing, you know, boots or hats or something that are all the same color, then we'll probably see that special drill in that item in every panel, would be my guess. But I don't remember even what the sample image was. So that's just a guess for what they probably did with the special drills. But yeah, you guys, that's kind of a quasi unboxing of Elves Doing Stuff. I know these chart to art unboxings always I feel like they're a tiny bit limited because I don't have like a render or anything to show you. But speaking of renders, one of the nice things about these charts, like this one being based on a cross-stitch artist's work, is, you know, it's been done pixel by pixel, and this artist is so experienced and has really like polished their craft that, you know, the way that it's going to turn out is going to look really good. And like I said, if you wanted to see an example of that, the Ghosts Doing Stuff chart to art kit I did is by this artist, and I did a review on that one. So that will also give you an idea of how this, just the finished effect in general, will be just with elves instead of ghosts. So yeah, even though it is the off season, you could grab this in anticipation of the holidays, or you could grab it for Christmas in July. Or if you're not a seasonal crafter and just work on whatever, whenever, well, then there you go. So I hope that you'll stick around for a minute or two while I talk a little bit about their new releases and what they have to offer, including some of my personal favorites. Now, they didn't ask me to do this. They're pretty chill about how I do my videos and what they look like and all that. But there's a couple of kits I'm excited about in this one. I thought, I'll go ahead and mention it. So of their pre-orders and their new releases, they have 15 new kits coming out in total. And while they are opening for pre-orders with, I believe it's about a 12-week turnaround time, they will also have some stock available for people to just purchase once they have, stock, and it doesn't mean that if you miss out on this pre-order window, like if you just don't have the budget right now or you want to think on it, it doesn't mean like, oh no, you're out of luck. They'll have some additional stock available in, a few months when these come in. Hopefully sooner. They're hoping that things will move faster. Often they do, but sometimes they don't. And they have a lot of kits available in stock on the website if the new releases don't catch your eye, or if you're like, I just want to get something now. So you could still go do some browsing. Of these new releases, one of my personal favorites is this one. Let me pull the name real quick. It is called Here Be Dragons, and it is by the artist Orinoco. And this is actually one that I had put in a little bit of a request for a little while back. And I had just said, I was browsing some of their artists, following their Instagram so I could support the artists and stuff, and was looking through Orinoco's artwork and just saw this amazing fantasy piece. And I just said, I don't know if this one is potentially in the lineup, but if you feel like it'd be maybe the right fit for your shop or something you like the idea of having, I'm just letting you know that I really love the look of this one, and I bet I wouldn't be the only one. So this one I will have coming in to get to share with you guys a little bit later. I also am very, very excited that they have done another in their series of Old Masters minis. This is they have a total of 60 mini Masters images that are actually from Teeny Weeny XStitch. They're not doing as a mystery, but they've broken these 60 images into 4 different parts. This is part 2 of 4. They released part 1 a month or 2 ago, and those are in process of pre-order as well. And this is part 2 because they want to keep it cost effective. If you're like, I can't afford to buy, what the cost would be to get all 60 at once, you can pick and choose like which part you want to get. So this is part 2. They've got 2 more parts coming in the future. But with Summer with the Masters coming up, I don't know. Let's see. Right now it is April 17th. The pre-order's open for a week, and then there's a 12-week turnaround time. Summer with the Masters runs June and July. So this particular set would probably be coming in at the tail end of that, depending on just exactly what shipments look like. But could keep an eye out for part 1 to drop, or if you want to get this for the future or just to work on when it's not summer with the masters, you totally could. So I think this one is a really neat option as well. And then the third and final one that I will mention, which doesn't mean that the others aren't good or I don't think they're amazing, but I just didn't want to go through every single one of the 15 right now. I hope that's okay. But they're releasing another temperature chart, and this one is books themed, but also features some really cute pets. I'm really excited for this one. They're also taking their learnings from the first temperature chart they did, which was potion bottles, and they're adding more color ranges. They really took into account lots of feedback, which again goes hand in hand with their customer service, in my opinion. They love feedback and want to hear what your thoughts are. So they were taking into account the feedback and everything from people working on the potion set, made some adjustments and went, okay, now let's do this next one. So this one I think is even cuter than the potion set. I could see myself working on this one maybe next year. I have taken 2026 off from doing a temperature project, but this chart is really, really, really cute. If you're not sure what a temperature project is and want to find out more, I will link to the potion bottle temperature project unboxing and demo that I did, where you can find out a little bit more there, and that will hopefully answer some of your questions. So this set of pre-orders is available until it's 9 a.m. GMT on Friday, April 24th, and pop that into my time zone converter. That is 1 a.m. Pacific time. So 4 a.m. Eastern. So if you're wanting to jump in on this pre-order, I would just make sure you have it in before you go to bed on Friday night, April 24th. And if you live in the States like I do and you're getting some sticker shock from the shipping prices, I completely empathize. Something to know is that Diamond Art Studio UK eats a good chunk of the shipping and also tries to mitigate by not like having it multiply exponentially or like on track with how many kits you get. So like the first kit you get, it's like $20 or something, maybe a little bit more depending on conversion for shipping. But if you get 2 kits, it's not $40 in shipping, it's like $22 or something in shipping. So it only goes up like a couple, like once you get that first, amount of shipping, that base rate, then as you add on kits, it only adds in a little bit in terms of shipping. So it can be a decent option to get multiple kits if you know that you want to. That can help save on the shipping costs and kind of spread it out over multiple kits, I guess, if that makes sense. I also wanted to mention that I know that for some of you, the idea of a pre-order might sound like might make you shy away. Maybe you've had a bad experience with other companies, and that's understandable. I will say this company has been one of the most communicative and consistent of companies that I have seen out there. And they are very, very on it with telling their customers what's going on and letting them know if there are delays, giving you options if there are issues. This is a store that I feel pretty dang confident to tell you, like, you're good, like they're reliable, you're going to be in good shape. But if this still isn't sounding like something you want to do with the pre-orders, like I said, you can wait until these arrive and they have some maybe extra stock, or see what they already have currently in stock on the website to give them a try first and kind of see what you think, and then you don't have to play the pre-order game. So but I just wanted to mention that. I hope that helps a little bit. But I like, the idea of a pre-order can be nice, and it is understandable for small businesses with just the realities of cost on their part up front. And also I feel like is nice because as a customer, you're not feeling the crunch of, okay, it releases at this time and I better be on the website and ready to like check out super quick. This is like, no, you've got a week, decide what you would like. And if you order it during the pre-order period, you're guaranteed to get it. So I could see the pros and cons, and I do like that. Just as a quick reminder, if you would like to save 10% off of your order, specifically the kits, this does not include accessories, it's just the diamond paintings. I have a 10% off code that is WASHI10, WASHI10. And thank you if you use it as it is an affiliate code where I may make a small commission, but there's no pressure. There are other affiliates out there. Please feel free to support them. And occasionally Diamond Art Studio UK may run sales. So keep an eye out on their social media to stay up to date with that kind of thing. Anyway, that was a little longer than a minute or two talking about pre-orders. I hope that's okay. I just wanted to kind of fill you guys in and let you know, and take a look. Yeah, and let me know in the comments, actually, what do you think? Are there any kits that caught your eye you're going to maybe try to grab during the pre-order? Any in-stock things you're going to maybe try instead to maybe try the company for the first time? Or are you just going to wish list and wait for later, which is also completely fine as well. I look forward to reading your thoughts below. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed getting a look at Elves Doing Stuff and hearing about the pre-orders and stuff that Diamond Art Studio UK has coming. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer and help, and I'll otherwise let you go. Please subscribe if you would like to see more diamond painting videos from me. I would love to have you here as part of my community. I do unboxings and reviews from a variety of different companies. I also do weekly whip and chats about some company while you're crafting, and diamond painting how-tos and tutorials. I hope you're doing very well, friends. Happy crafting. I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.